Checking, checking. One, two, three. Okay, is it on? Yeah, I'm on. Anyway, I want to talk about your responsibility as a person, as a human being to yourself. You only got one body. You got one body. Your body is your temple, and you are responsible for it to take care of your body. So, I want to give you guys a challenge and some incentives, of health, because I'm a nurse, and medical has always been my thing. I've always, ever since I was a little girl, we had medical books, and I always was interested in it. My mother was, and I know medicine is somewhere in the background of my family because I grew up on herbs and, man, cod liver oil, the Bugs Bunny vitamins, all that, and I want to do a video about that. But right now I want to talk about your responsibility as a human being, as an adult, to get your health screens. So it's important to get yearly exams of health screens. If you have high blood pressure, you need to check your blood pressure every week until it's under control. And then once you get it under control, you need to check it every month. Where do you check it at? Anywhere. There is no excuse. You can go to Walgreens, any drugstore. They have automatic, you stick your arm in, and they check your blood pressure, they check your weight, they check your pulse. These are some dynamics of your body that you need to know. You need to be more in tune with your body. When you're doing these things, when you check it, you have an obligation to your health, to yourself first. Because without your health, what can you do? You can't do anything in this life without your health. So make it a priority for those of you with this high blood pressure. This high blood pressure is very, very serious because people don't realize the pressure that's building up in your body can knock your kidneys out. It can knock your heart out. It can knock your mind, your brain out, and put you in a comatose state. As a nursing student, we had to work in nursing homes where a lot of people neglected themselves due to high blood pressure or diabetes, and they were in comatose state. The body's functioning, but nobody's home. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad. And a lot of them were young, and it's important that you pay attention to yourself, and get your blood pressure checked. If that runs in your family, or you have this issue, don't go and run. Yeah, I know you gotta hustle, you gotta make money, but you're not gonna be able to do any of that without your your health. So go to Walmart, Walgreens, all these little drugstores or pharmacies. Just go in and get your blood pressure checked. If it's not within the normal range that is indicated on the chart there, please call 911 and get some help. If you don't have insurance, they will help you. I don't care. Even if you don't got insurance, so what? Run a bill. You born with a bill, die with a bill. Get some help, okay? Let them get the necessary medications you need to bring it back down, because it's too many young brothers and sisters. It's more young brothers with this issue having to get dialysis, where they have to go in your arm, do surgery, rearrange your arteries for dialysis because your kidneys done blew out due to this high blood pressure because of the regulations in your system. So it's important that you guys get this checked. Also, if your health screen should include your cholesterol check, your kidney function, BUN, your liver function. It should check your CBC, anemia, and people like me with sickle cell or anemic, especially women who are, menstruating every month. If you're anemic, you should not be having surgeries and stuff like that. The doctor should get that in check before you have any type of surgery, okay? especially for those fibroids and things like that. So you want to get that in check. You need to get your thyroid function checked, your TSH levels, all of them. You want to get your electrolytes checked. That has a lot to do with your heart and your health. You want to get it's called a chem panel, and that is your calcium, your potassium, your electrolytes, everything that it takes. You're on a pH scale. Our blood pH is 7. Everything has to line up. When something is off, it can throw everything off. It can throw your mentality off, your emotions off, your physical well-being off. Okay? People need to understand that smoking weed and drinking alcohol in excess amounts, even, habitually, it's going to affect your body in the long run. It's not worth it. And why is it that you have to be high or drinking in a state of mind to even deal with life? There's some depression going on. There's some things physiology, as a person, you have responsibility that you need to get addressed. You need to get addressed. We have this Obamacare. Use it. Get out there and get on it. If you're a man and you have not been to the doctor, or you don't go to the doctor unless something happened, you're responsible for your health. Shame on you. Go get checked, please. Please go get checked. Because by the time you make it to the hospital, it's too late. It's too bad, and because you ignored it, you was afraid. What are you afraid for? To make your life better, to make your health better, to get a better understanding of the way your body works. There's nothing to be afraid of but getting better, because if you know better, you're going to do better. Hello? So if you're diabetic, you want to check your hemoglobin, A1C, and that's your glucose measurements for diabetes, those with sugar problems, or have, if that runs in your family, diabetes, which is another issue that can cause comatose situations and blindness, because your sugar levels are above. Your sugar levels should be no more, for me, in a healthy range of 80 to 100. That's healthy. And 80 for a person that don't have that problem is kind of low, because if you're not eating or whatever. And I'm going to talk about diet in another video. So you diabetics, if you are diabetic, please test yourself and get that under control. If you have sickle cell like I do, you have a blood clotting disorder eventually, or hopefully not, but if you do, you have to get your fibrinogen checked. Men, have to specifically check their prostate, okay? Your PSA blood test. A lot of these things can be tested. You go get a simple blood test, and all the blood tests that I've talked about, chem panel, cholesterol, kidney, liver test, functioning, and all that can be tested in a one vial of tube. So it's not like they have to go in and, stick you up multiple times and all that. A good skilled phlebotomist can get it all in one draw and 1 or 2 or 3 tubes. And it's nothing to be afraid of. It's a little pinch, so you need to get your PSA for men. Get your PSA checked, your testosterone free, all those levels checked. Your cholesterol, ladies and men, get it checked. If you have high cholesterol, you want to get your CRP checked, your C-reactive protein levels checked, because high cholesterol will affect your circulatory system and your heart system, which is connected to your heart. And clotting can clog up your arteries and keep your oxygen levels minimal, which can create these heart attacks and strokes and things. So that's why it's not, if one thing going bad or out of control or not in control, it can knock everything else out in your body. That's why I'm making this video, so that you can get these things checked and in order, and gain control over yourself. You don't give control of your body to doctors and pills. You control yourself. When you find these things, something out of order, or even before it gets in order, you walk. If you got a car, start walking to the post office. Start walking. Walking is a great circulatory exercise because it gets the body moving, and it gets your blood moving and gets the oxygen moving in your body. And a lot of this is due to lack of exercise and all that. So we want to, exercise and get things like that under control. You owe it to yourself. If you're young and you're growing old, or even if you are older, it's a lot of things you can turn around through the right approach, because ultimately it's your body, and you're in control of it. No one wants to grow old and have to, man, dialysis, it takes about 10 to 12 hours a week to get it to, that's if you're going 2 or 3 times, 2 times a week or once a week, just to get your blood cleaned from impurities of urine and pneumonia from your kidneys. I mean, it's a sad situation, but in order to stay alive, these are things you have to do, and it's called neglect. If you neglect yourself, then these are the consequences, the prices you have to pay for the neglect of your body. So that's why it's important to get it in control and go to the doctor. If you maintain, a nice physical status, then you probably only need to go to the doctor once a year and get these things checked. But if not, then you're probably going to be going to the doctor more often and more regularly, and it's not a bad thing. You need to keep a journal. If you have these high blood pressure problems or glucose problems, you keep a journal, so you have a record of your scale of what your body is doing. You need to be more in tune with your body. Don't let strangers and doctors tell you what your body can do. You believe in healing. Healing is necessary, and healing is something that you have to believe. Even if you have those conditions, you can turn it around. Turn it around. Okay, yes, I had diabetes. Yes, I had high blood pressure. Now I don't. I took salt out of my diet. So I don't cook with salt. Some of these people have salt problems, and some of these women cook with too much salt, and they're killing their husbands, and they're killing their boyfriends and their children and themselves with all this salt, because they don't like the way it tastes. Okay, you cook people food without all that salt, and if you want to kill yourself and put salt in your food, you do it to yourself. You don't bring other people down with you because of your nasty habit. Okay, because you like salt and you're addicted to salt. You worshiping salt. Don't bring the habit to other people. You deal with your own habit and take your own self out. Don't take everybody down a path of destruction with you. Okay, so keep that salt in order. Keep that salt in control. That's the #1 culprit. Too many people are using that salt. That salt will kill you. Do not use salt like that, and use sea salt, and a minimal, just a dash should do. You don't need all that salt and soy sauce and all that fried food. So anyway, that was what I wanted to talk about, because some of us can get caught all up in the taste, and it tastes good and all that, but you're eating some poison that's gonna kill yourself. Hello? But anyway, we're gonna work on that. That's another thing we're gonna work on. We're gonna do better, and this is a new year coming in. We can't keep making these same type of promises and we still living the same old way. Yellow.